Welcome to part 2 of our virtual instruction on Introduction to the Databases. In our first video, you learned how to access the guide, how to sign up for EasyBib, how to create a project in EasyBib, and how to search Encyclopedia Britannica and cite a source from that database after logging in to Mac and Via and then returning to the links from our guide. We're now going to continue our tour of the other databases that you'll want to explore as you begin your research. Let's take a look. Let's take a look now at ebrary Academic Complete. This is a collection of books that's new to Galileo, Georgia's virtual estate library this year. To use this resource, you can begin with the simple search. So again, I'm going to just start broad, Egyptian mythology, and I'm going to click on search. And immediately it's going to ask me, do I want to filter the results that I'm seeing in the titles of the books right off the top of the bat? So I'm going to take advantage of this filter and I'm going to say yes. Can you focus on book titles that are related to Egypt and mythology? I might even want to include civilization, since I'm wanting to learn a little bit about their tradition of mythology as well as some of the things that were happening, of course, culturally. And now I'm going to hit the search button, and that's going to renew and focus my search just a little bit. And it may take just a moment for those results to return, so we'll wait and let it do that. Okay, so now my results have been narrowed, and if I wanted to apply additional search filters, I could do that. But for right now, I'm going to explore and just take a look at what I have and just see, does anything bubble up that looks interesting. You'll see 20 results per page, and if you don't like anything in that first set of results, you can continue and scroll through and then use the page numbers or the next button to navigate. But I know from having done this search earlier, this is one that this book is one that was very interesting and helpful. So I'm going to go to this title, History of Egypt from Earliest Times to the Present. That's the name of the book, and it's by Jason Thompson. The easiest way to access these books on campus or at home is just to read online. You could certainly download to your PC, or you can go and actually download specific chapters. But I think for most of us, reading online will work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and select Read Online so that I can navigate the book. And this will now take me to the chapters that I might want to explore. So my story kind of crosses the first intermediate period in the Middle Kingdom. And see Miss Garth if you need help determining any specifics about the time period of the story you've selected. And now I can begin navigating, and I can navigate my pages using the arrows. I can scroll up and down to navigate. If I want to make the text smaller, I can do that with the minus button, or I can make it bigger with the plus. So I have the ability to do that. You can also zoom in on a specific or zoom in with that zoom tool. So again, it's really nice that you can go through and read these texts online. And most of these are books that we would not be able to afford to have in print in the media center. So we want to encourage you to take advantage of this great ebook tool. If you want to get a printer-friendly version or print it as a PDF, this particular chapter, you can do that by clicking on the printer icon. If you want a direct link back to that tool, then you can click on the paper clip. And again, you're looking for the paper clip to get the true URL to get back to that. And again, you can do a Control-C to grab that. If you would like to add this to your EasyBib list because you're thinking you might possibly use this and make this one of your annotated sources, then you can click on the quotation marks and it defaults to MLA. And again, we have to copy and paste. We don't have an export yet for EasyBib, although hopefully before the school year is out we will. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to EasyBib. And remember that if you need to copy and paste something, you go to all 59 options and then do copy and paste. And again, because the formatting doesn't always carry over, when we do the copy and paste, I'm going to need to italicize that book title. And now I'm just going to go ahead and create the citation. and you'll notice that EasyBib will automatically alphabetize your sources following the rules for MLA style. So that is a great feature that you want to take advantage of by using our school subscription to EasyBib. You can continue to navigate your book if you would like to do that, or you can use your back arrow to navigate back to your results. And if you get a message that it's expired, then you can just hit F5 and continue to browse your results. So definitely check out ebrary. That's going to be a great resource, I think, for most of you. And if you need assistance navigating this, because it is a little bit more of a sophisticated search tool with the ebooks, then please see me and I will be more than glad to help you. All right, let's take a look at our other resources. Our next search tool is an awesome search tool, and it is Galileo Advanced Search. This actually is a search tool that helps us to search lots of databases available in Galileo at one time. So I have it open here, and you'll see it says Galileo High School, and this is going to search the databases that high schoolers use the most. So I'm going to type in my search terms, and I'm just going to start with Egyptian mythology. And it will bring the results. And if there is something called a research starter for your topic, you will see it bubble up to the top. If there is a research starter for your topic, these are awesome because these give background, impact, and just kind of nice, brief, but meaningful introduction to your topic. If not, though, we can filter the results, particularly if you are getting a huge number. Here are the limiters that I like to use, and the limiters are always going to be over here on the left. First of all, I want to limit to full text because I only need the articles that I can read in entirety. For this particular assignment, you may also want to limit to academic journals or to books or book chapters. I'm going to go ahead and just narrow mine down right now to book chapters because I'm finding for this particular assignment that's a very useful filter. And as you can see, this narrows it down quite a bit. And as you skim the results, you'll start to see the beginning of a summary about that particular article or resource. You may also see subject headings, and because I see, hey, Egyptian mythology is in the subject heading for that result, and again, you can see some of these do too, then I might want to take a look at that. So I'm going to go into that article, and typically what you see in any of the Galileo databases is a brief overview of publication information. There is something called an abstract, which is a quick summary to let you know, do you want to read it? The full text version is always accessible in the upper left-hand corner, either as HTML text or as a PDF file. And if you click on it, that will bring up the actual article. And again, there's always a nice listen-friendly option that you can use. There are a couple things you can do with the toolbar. We have the printer-friendly version that you can use. You can email it to yourself. If you want the permanent link to get back to this, because this URL up here will not take you back when you try to access it at home, again, look for the paper clip and click on permalink, and then you can then send that to yourself or perhaps put it into a Word document or Office 365 or Google Docs, something that you can access online. To send this source to your EasyBib list, you want to look for export. That's going to be one of our citation vocabulary words, export, which means to send that publication information over. I'm going to double check and again make sure that I have my EasyBib bibliography open for that project, and it is. And now I'm going to select Direct Export to EasyBib and select Save. It will bring up this screen. We are going to leave it exactly the way it is because we do not want the abstract or the summary, and then press Import. And ta-da, there it is. It is put into my list. And notice that if the URL is not showing or the permalink, if you press Edit and go down into this section, that secret link or the permalink is hidden here, and you can always copy that, and then again paste it into your browser to get back into your article. Otherwise, I'm just going to hit update to exit that mode, and now I'm ready to begin looking for other sources. I'm going to return to my article, and when I'm done reading it, I can go back to the result list, and I could continue browsing that, or I could further refine my search with the filters over here on the left. One other feature I want to point out to you that's kind of great about any of the databases in Galileo is that there are subject terms and sometimes author-supplied keywords. If you're to click on any of these hyperlinks, this will actually initiate a new search by subject heading. We've been searching by keyword, but this is by subject heading. Just like we have subject headings for books in print, we have subject headings for database articles through Galileo. So you'll notice that this gives me considerably, again, fewer results, but I can be pretty confident that all of these have something to do with Egyptian mythology. Whether or not it's on target with the culture or not, we have to read a little bit to narrow that down. But that is a great way to begin a new source. And again, if I want to limit that to journals or to books, again, I could apply that to any of those filters and get much more specific results. So here's something, again, that I might want to take a look at. And again, click on HTML full text. And we're kind of doing that same process all over again. If you want to begin a new search, you can just click on the blue Galileo icon and begin searching. And from this search mode, you'll notice that as you start typing in your search terms, it will actually make suggestions for you. So this might be worth your while to begin a new search, fold in some new search terms based on vocabulary that you're seeing in the articles you're skimming and scanning. And then you could, again, begin your new search and, of course, apply those search filters to get more strategic results. Okay, so again, maybe I want full text, and then maybe I just want journals, maybe I just want to get books, and if I click show more, I can get additional types of sources that I might want to use. Okay, so use those filters because there are tons of articles in here, and we want to try to help you get to the content that you need the most. Okay, so that's a quick tour of the advanced search that is available in Galileo. Now we're going to take a look at EBSCO Literary Reference Center, and this will be more literature based. So if you're looking for the title of a particular work, then this database might be great if you're wanting just to get a little backstory on your text, and some people have been doing that. In this database, EBSCO Literary Reference Center, again, I can search by keyword, author, or title. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at keyword and begin my search. And again, I can go through and limit my results to be more strategic. So maybe I just want to see things from reference books. And then I could begin to see what I might learn about that particular work. And again, the interface is identical to what we saw in the other EBSCO databases through Galileo. Same toolbar, and again, to add it to EasyBib, just make sure your list is open, and then hit export, do a direct export, hit save, press the import button, and ta-da, it is going to automatically be added to your works cited list. We're almost done with our tour of our databases. In our last video, we're going to show you our Gale databases and a new database that we have on trial called Greenwood Daily Life. So stay tuned for the next video.